Hello and welcome to Flippin Through, the internet's #1 Mad Magazine news, review, and interview channel. And today we're flipping through Mad Magazine number 480, released. Where was it released? What does it say? August 2007. The cover price $3.99, which is indeed cheap. But before we do any of that, please let me remind you, hit like, hit subscribe, leave a comment down below. Um, that's the best way to support this channel. All right, that's the best way to help this channel go. Our goal is 700 subscribers by December 25th. That's the birthday of little baby Jesus. So let's celebrate it with 700 subscribers. I think we're going to make that, right? Like, surely I'm 9 away. That would be bad news if we couldn't do that. Anyway, but that's our goal anyway. If you want to support me in another way, patreon.com/flippin through. What do you get? You get a 6 set of stickers. You get some cool buttons. I don't know. I'm sick, guys. These are the people that I can thank right now for their support. Jacqueline Gosling, Reflection of Perfection, Frank Snyder, Misamo, David Strickler, Megan McInerney, Shane Buckley, Bobby Weigel, Cam Hayden, Rob Wilson, Rod Meadsbury, Andrew Goldfarb, Casey Orion, Little Cozy Nostril. Thank you guys so much for the support, and I hope I can keep on earning it. With that, let's get back to the overhead. I know I complained once already, but I'm sick, guys. I feel like shiz, and I say shiz because this is a family show. We all know that. Um, and I got to get this filmed before the NyQuil kicks in. So, stay tuned. Oh, this is um, this is a pretty awesome issue. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm seriously zonked out, so I apologize if this one stinks. I don't know. Buy this issue, Muggle. I think this may have been. No, I don't think it is. One of those. Yeah, it wasn't. I was gonna say maybe it's one of those double issues with the variant cover. Um, but Harry Potter. There's nothing you can do to get me excited about Harry Potter. I'm sorry. I know people are like, "Oh, I love the book. Read the book. It's great." You're nerds. You're all nerds. I'm sorry. Um, that's all. That's all I have to say. So, this cover for me is a big miss. Know what else is a big miss? That's right. Oh wait. Oh, I gotta. Um, did I turn that down enough? That's right. I promise to turn the volume of the ad alert down. We have another ad right there. I'm not doing the tally marks. Um, we'll just have to. I don't know. Leave a comment down below with how many ads you counted. You got some John Caldwell, Chickens with a Time Machine. You got some stuff like, I don't know, Tom Richmond. You got some Paul Coker. You got, I don't know. I don't know who else. We'll find out. Um, this era of Mad really is cool, though, for me, because you have things like this Mad and MySpace. Come on, man. Focus. What the hell? Jeez Louise, what am I doing here? All right, I just reset the camera. Mad and MySpace. If you haven't become a friend of Mad's yet, what are you waiting for? Go to www.myspace.com/worldofmad. And if you haven't added us already, don't forget to leave your comments about the newest issue. Surely, I mean, this is so funny because like nowadays, anytime some new social media gets invented, the companies are buying up or like putting a fork in their domain names. But apparently somebody else beat them to Mad Magazine, myspace.com/Mad Magazine. And then we have this, which is the National Gorilla Suit Day. And this, if you care about things like gorilla suits, and you should, you might also want to listen to Potter's EV podcast, the podcast that Kyle Bridget and I do, because he went over the really sordid history of gorilla suit actors, and it's fairly interesting. I'll go so far as to say it is fairly interesting. Anyway, I'm sorry, my voice is even more nasally than it normally is. Um, Here we have, we have an ad alert. That's right. Hopefully that volume is better now. Keep it on the download. Pulpsecret.com. They came to visit and they interviewed, was it Nick Meglin, I think? John Ficara. And they had I went to the website. It doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. Here, do you need some studio? What is it? Studio 54? What is that called? Yeah, it's called like Studio 54, isn't it? And then they make all these like little things. Do you need that of The Nightmare Before Christmas? Um, no, you probably don't. The Fundalini pages. This is where my little preview that I do before the video. This is where I stopped because I was like, I'm not gonna make it through a preview of this and filming the video. Um, there is some good stuff in here though. How about this? This is one that I'm not sure I've seen before. Certainly not featured. That's don't have a crowther, crowther, crowther. Damn right, I voted in Congress against the same-sex marriage lands. It's not hypocritical. Marriage is a sacred bond between a man and a woman. I'd never leave my wife to marry you. Poor Lance. Lance is in love with a man he can never have. Shows on the Vatican's new TV channel. What? Are you talking about EWTN? Isn't that the Catholic channel? EWTN? That's not new. I mean, it's obviously not new now. It wasn't new then, was it? America's Next Top Monk, Mass, Lois and Christ, CSI Assisi, uh, The Nunsters. I love that. Everybody loves Saint Raymond, The Amazing Grace, Pope My Ride, Jimmy Neutron, Altar Boy Genius, Family Values Guy, the Guiltmore Girls. I read that as Guillotine More Girls. That's the French channel. The Guillotine. Said that like a Spanish speaker. It's a guillotine, man. Now, I did at first. I don't know. I didn't like this at first. I was like, oh God, we're so used to the Trump era of repeating the same jokes. And sometimes I forget that the Bush era of repeated jokes existed for a very long time. Like, Bush so dumb. Bush can't speak good. Um, that was it. Bush looked like monkey. Ha ha. Anyway, Bush created 20 years war. But anyway, this is kind of funny. This was a pretty good one. It won't bring Anna Nicole back to life, so why bother? Um, because President Cheney is one of the signs of the apocalypse. If Bush is removed, Air America hosts will lose their number one topic, and the whole network will become irrelevant. An impeachment would be extremely divisive, and America must stand united, especially during times of illegal wars based on lies. Yeah, it kind of was, wasn't it? No getting around that one. It's not even funny, though. It's just pointed criticism. Yeah. Here we have Harry Potter and the torture of the fan base. Um, what am I going to enjoy about this? I'm going to enjoy the chicken fat. I'm going to enjoy this big ass splash page that Tom Richmond did. Tom Richmond, like, I don't know. I guess it helps that you have Mort Drucker is the guy who like really did a great job with sort of inventing this type of caricature thing, right? Like caricature storytelling. And then, you have that mixed with growing up and like seeing like crazy splash pages that were happening in comic books. And you combine those two things and you get stuff like this, the ones that Tom Richmond does, where it's just like packed full, just packed to the gills. This cool, like, wide angle thing you got going. Um, It's just it's really cool. I wonder who he put in the background though. Would I recognize anybody? Is that Penn and Teller? Who's this? Some lady. Is that Joaquin Phoenix? I can't tell if these are characters from the show or jokes. That's the problem. I guess that's the problem with being ignorant. All right. Sometimes when you're ignorant, you don't get jokes. Say la vie. Um, we're gonna zoom in. Check out some of these mad marginals. It's horrible. How about this one? God, I love the marginals so much. You guys won't be offended if I power through this, will you? Uh-oh. That's right. Another ad. The Dew Tour. The Mountain Dew Tour. Dew. You guys, I'm sorry. Here we have Teresa Burns Parkhurst. Things to consider before accepting a summer job. What are the hookup possibilities? Are there any inmates or whatever that are under like 30 or even 40? Is there cell phone reception? Hold on, we're going through the freaking tunnel again. What's the humiliation factor? I got to figure out this lighting system. I heard I have to look up the 3-point lighting system. Look, I even made a note on tissue paper. Basil Wolverton, eBay, 3-point lighting. Guess which one of those I did? I looked up Basil Wolverton, and you can get his Bible books for not that much money. More money than I have, but not that much money. Monroe and Gone Internet Fishing. Oh, look what they did. Look how they, what is it? Look what they did to my boy. Yeah, that's how I feel. Look how they massacred my boy. Do you guys even freaking hear that? Can't tell. I can't tell how much I've ruined my sound system. Monroe and Gone Internet Fishing with a PH. Still written by the same guy. And like this guy, Tom Fowler. Tom Fowler. Good artist, right? I mean, like a great artist. These are so cool. It's like cool watercolor painting. Like the granddad. Look at the granddad. It's like I don't know. It's just like it's awesome. Look at this little freak. His chubby little friend. I forget his name, but it's just not the same. Like if this were anything else, it would be awesome. I would love it. You can't. This dude is awesome. This artist is fantastic, but it's not Monroe. I'm sorry. Even if it was somebody I loved, like Herman Mejia, right? Which there's elements of this that are Mejia esque. Um, but oh, dude, like this panel is actually really, really cool. But it's just too much, I don't know. I don't really like it. I wish that it were what I wanted it to be, if that makes sense. Now, if chickens could time travel, this is actually reprinted really recently. And if you watch my live streams, which you should be doing, you would know that because, well, and if you, oh, excuse me, if you've read that, I think it was the technology issue with Elon Musk and Westworld mashup. Um, it's pretty cool. It's kind of fun, but it's almost like too silly for John Caldwell, I think. It's just a little too silly, if I must say, if I do say so myself. And then look at it's like Matt has a gay old time with outtakes from I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, which I don't know. I don't remember this movie that well. I think I've seen it almost certainly. And I think it was bad, right? It's about these like firemen that get gay married so they can get insurance or something. Who knows? But I'm not doing that. This is know what this is? That's an ad. I'm calling it. I don't care. It's an ad. That gets ad alert. All right. So there. I wonder who did I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry. I wonder if it was Warner Brothers. It could be. Here, though, is a beautiful Spy versus Spy. All right. Look it. He gets it. He says, okay, look at it. I don't know. There's money in the mummy. He scampers off. Oh, it's that white spy, that dastardly white spy all along. So he goes, he's like, I'm going to trap him in there. Well, he follows the toilet paper, wrapping, gauze, and he gets rolled up. Black Spy knew all along. I don't know. I have to say that that one is kind of thin. Here's the Mad Kids with Ratatouille. I loved Ratatouille. I was an adult when Ratatouille came out, but I was like all in. I thought that was such a good movie. I remember I got it on DVD. Oh, it was so good. Um, I'm not going to hit the alert because house ads do not count. Um, I got some shit over this. I've gotten some shit over these mad look at movies because, I view them as ads. And I can't imagine that Sergio was like, yeah, I'm stoked on doing a Spider Man 3, Sam Raimi's worst version of Spider Man, right? He had Topher Grace. He put Topher Grace in as, I forget, I don't know, was he Flash or was he another character? But anyway, so Topher Grace played Venom because what's his face? The guy that Sam Raimi wanted to cast him as Spider-Man originally. The studio was like, "Nah, dude, we're not doing him." And Sam Raimi was kind of pissed. He was like, he should have been Spider-Man. And I think he could have been a really really good Spider-Man. I think he's like less. I don't know. I think he's like he's not too cool to be Spider-Man, but he's slightly less dorky, I guess, than Tobey Maguire. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it's just like all right, this one's pretty sick. I, li- I like that one. Uh-oh, ad alert. All right. Don't you hate when your parents, the sequel. Who did this artwork? Dave Crossland. There were quite a few artists like Dave Crossland, presumably like Dave Crossland. Let me see. I don't think he had that many appearances in Mad Magazine, but a lot of artists that worked in black and white like this that I don't know, I kind of have almost a style similar to David Crossland's. Who's the other guy I'm thinking of? He was in a recent issue. Um, that just didn't do a ton. Um, and I guess like maybe it's too stylized. Is that a thing? Is this artwork too stylized to have longevity in Mad Magazine? That's a good question. Because, like, I mean, I know it's like self-indulgent to say that my own question was a good question, um, but I think it was. It's like what is like sometimes you can kind of like, nah, that doesn't fit Mad Magazine because they'll give people a break. Um, I mean, what made Herman Mejia right here such a great Mad artist? Somebody who got to do so much work in Mad Magazine. His stuff is really stylized. I think it's very recognizable, instantly recognizable. Um, but this almost seems too stylized. I don't know. This house ad is really cool. Subscribe to Mad Classics and own this Mad Classic. It's the one hanging up right here. This is it. And I have, if you look, it comes with the certificate of authenticity signed by John Ficarra. And it says in this, and the 78, the MAD published the most infamous cover, the so-called finger cover, rejected by many newsstands. All right. Um, with returns of this now um, rare and collectible issue pouring in, the founder sent several boxes of the issue to the MAD vault, where they remained undisturbed and forgotten until last year when the vault was emptied. And they sent it. They would send them out, and that's how I got mine. And it's in pretty good shape. It's not like mint condition. None. I don't think any of them were in mint condition, but really good condition. And yeah, I did it. I acted on that one fast. I was so excited about it. And it felt special to get that. Transformers. So you have Tom Bunk drawing Transformers. Like, could you think of a worse use of somebody who's so good at drawing disgusting organic things than to have him draw automobiles, Autobots, and Decepticons? My goodness. I don't even want to read this. Is this just because I'm pissed because I have a cold? Is that my problem? I don't know. Here's this silly goose ad about The Secret. FAQs about McDonald's trendy makeover. McDonald's is like kind of cool looking now. I don't feel as sad when I go in and eat there. Why is McDonald's doing a makeover? New movable tables and chairs will allow diners to adjust for their rapidly expanding waistlines. Comfortable sofas and new linger lounge zone will provide customers with an inviting space to have their massive coronary. By comparing the color of the uncooked chicken to the new olive green interior design, the cretins in the back will easily be able to determine when it's too rancid to serve. Holy smokes. What will the eating zones be like? This is fun. Holy cow. I can't help but think, though, this artist doing Transformers and Tom Bunk doing McDonald's, like, am I a lunatic, or is that the better combination? Anyway, this is a fun illustration to look through. Holy smokes. Lots packed in. Like, there's this guy just stabbed right there. That's really fun. And here we go. What the heck is the difference? What is this? Um, this is so stupid. 9 idiotic changes. All right, I'm going to go for it. This says time, and that says mad. But that's the only one. Oh, wait, there's a raccoon in there and an owl in there. 2. Oh my gosh, there actually are changes. Oh, the hats. The hats are different. Uh, let's see. Oh, there's a birdie missing. This is actually kind of fun. Am I an idiot? Is that why I think this is fun? Is that 9? Anyway, that must be 9. Yeah. Anyway, look at this. Untouched. You see this? This is how you're supposed to treat your humor magazines. And this is how you're supposed to treat an ad. Give the ad alert. Disgusting. I hate it. Ugh. All right, guys, listen. I'm succumbing to my cold. I'm going to go. The NyQuil is hitting. I think I'm going to just say thank you so much for watching. Toodaloo.